Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, how I was going to start it was just thanking God, and that's kind of like where my foundation comes from of growing up in the church with my family and kind of meeting God that way. And when I got to college, kind of got to know God for myself. So that's a really big reason why I play football, just shining light on His name and His glory. And um, that's the reason I'm here. And then, of course, my family, mom, sister, brothers back home, and really where I come from as well, Southern California and the Empire. Just shine a light on where I come from, how special it is, and how much I love it back home. So those are some of the whys that I really hold near and dear to my heart, and that I take very serious to play this game.
You look back 10 years ago where you look now at this podium, all these cameras, and you're at the high school. What is that like? Can you describe one to the other?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's just, it's really kind of like surreal just to be in this chair right now, because a lot of times like you lose hope and you lose faith, but the Lord says you walk by faith and not by sight. So I definitely try to live by that, even though it's hard, and it's very hard to do that, and it's easy to say, but I had to step back I think yesterday at practice and just thank God for being in like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Falcons play. Because, I mean, I remember playing in stadiums where they weren't full at all, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing just to be able to do a lot of special things, and something I think human nature is that you complain and that you have different faults and reasons, why I got to do this. But at the end of the day, like, God has a plan, and I'm here for a reason, and I really appreciate the path He's took me on, and it's just amazing to kind of do all these cool things, and hopefully my kids think I'm cool one day.
CJ, the Georgia guys are talking a lot about marbles, catch radius. How close do you have to be to these guys?
I mean, yeah, I mean, he has a great catch radius. He's very, very tall, very long, and but but his routes are like amazing. So I mean, I think that's what makes him so great. Of course, he can really catch any ball that you give to him, but for me, I just say give those guys a chance. Even like sometimes when I take a hit and I can't really step into my throw, if I just give him a shot, he usually will either come up with it or bat it down for me so it doesn't get intercepted or things like that. So as a quarterback, it means a lot just to have a receiver like that knows football, that if he can't get to it or if he can't catch it, he'll make sure that he'll knock it down for the sake of the team. So that kind of like just speaks volumes about what type of receiver he is.
What kind of NIL stuff do you do? What do you pitch anything?
I don't pitch anything. I do work with a lot of companies. I have a deal with C4 Energy. That's an energy drink. I have a deal with, DSW. I sell you about Value City Furniture. I just did a deal with Lockerverse, a new NFT platform. I have a couple other ones that I have going right now, and of course I have some memorabilia deals that I have and things like that. So definitely blessed to be in the position I am to make money off my name and image like this, and I think it's been long overdue for this type of time. I think players should have been paid, because these TV companies, these universities, a lot of people make money off of us. Even y'all make money off of us. So I think it's been about time for us to get paid, and I think even more so if you ask me. And really, for me, I think it'll be a blessing. At the same time, it could be a curse for some people, because I always remember my mom tells me just keep the main thing. So I try to not let NIL get in my way, and try to just stay focused on what I have going on with football. Because if you play good, then you'll get paid. So that's kind of like my motto, and it's been a blessing to work with the companies that I have, and I appreciate everyone who's taken a shot on working with me.
CJ, when you're watching film on Georgia's defense, what stands out to you?
Really a multitude of things. Just of course, Jalen Carter, 88 up front. He shines on film, and he's a really good player. And I actually am a fan of his. I watch Georgia defense a lot. They fly around, play really good ball. Their safeties do a great job, 29 to 24. Even though 24 is pretty young, but he plays really hard and is good in coverage, blitzes really hard, and I think the leader of the defense is number 10, and he does a great job of calling the defense, moving the front, stunning them, and just really great communication. I think that there's really 11 coaches on the field, and you can kind of tell just because with motions and things like that, they handle it very well. So, and they're ball hawks, like they get to the ball. And then I know Keely personally. Keely's one of my good friends, so it's gonna be fun playing against him, and I can't wait. So he's a great corner, and
How did you and Keely become good friends?
just through the recruiting process. Played against him in 7-on-7 a couple of times. We didn't know each other then, and then I think we officially met at the opening our junior year in high school, and then it's kind of crazy. We're juniors in college now, which is wild. Yeah, it was then, and then the All-American Bowl, we hung out like every day up in San Antonio. So, yeah, he's a great dude. He's a great family. He's been through a lot with his mom and stuff like that. So, definitely been praying for them and making sure that they know that I'm praying for them and they have a support with me.
Any trash talk between you two before the game?
Nah, I don't trash talk. It's all love and respect.
CJ, what kind of things did you hear, see, as far as messages that you got maybe from fans, analysts, media? Kind of how tough was that the days after that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look, but people have the, I would say, the audacity to call me and tell me what people say. So I do hear it, and it is what it is. Like, it comes with the nature of the beast. You can't accept the good and not accept the bad. So, and for me, I mean, I think if you cut on the film, you watch the tape, I think that I've really tried to do everything that I could to win games in my career, and if that means I didn't get it done, it is what it is, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I mean, I'm blessed to be where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep moving on, keep moving forward, and learn from it. And I hope, and I really thank God for having a second chance this game. And I think we deserve to be here, regardless of what happened that day. But we moved on. All focus is on Georgia now, and I don't think really losing is an L unless you don't take it as a lesson. So I'm just take it as a lesson and try to learn from it.
Do you feel the same way going into this game as you did Utah? That, you lost to Michigan, had a monster game against Utah. Do you feel the same way? I gotta do better?
Yeah, it's a little bit of that where that's every game. If you watch any game we played this season, it's been mistakes. They shine a little brighter when you lose. So I'm always fighting to be better, and if that's another game, if that's another practice, if that's anything, I try to just do better in that instant, that moment. So, this is Georgia. It's not playing Utah. No diss to Utah, but this is a different team, a different type of defense, a different scheme, different players, and you have to be prepared for that. You can't be hopping on the past and thinking about what you did in the past, because it really doesn't matter anymore. So, got to move on and be better.
CJ, what stands out to you about this Georgia defensive line and just how disruptive a guy like Jalen Carter?
Yeah, he's a great player, man. He's of course he's going to be an early first-round pick, and he's very deserving of that. And I was saying earlier, I'm actually a fan of his. How he just shoots off the ball and has great hands. Uses pull release really good. Just uses his body and twists and turns, and does a lot of special things. So, of course, that shines on film. And then the other guys are really solid as well, come off the edge. And then the other interior linemen do a great job working with the linebackers, filling gaps, getting good pass rush and things like that. So that's something that we definitely want to be on heavy. And but I think it's going to be a battle up there, and that's where the game is going to be won and lost. So. No, I don't think I have anything to prove. I mean, I think I have an opportunity to go out there and play with my brothers again, and I think for me that's a blessing in its own. I don't want to prove anybody wrong. I just want to prove the people who believe in me and the people who love me right. And, of course, I want to prove myself right because I believe in myself. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I don't know how different the crowd noise will be, just because of we're playing in a dome, so it can get loud just with the echoing noise and stuff like that. But I don't know the percentage of like their fans, our fans. Hopefully, our fans can pack it out a little bit too, or it can be 50-50, and we can be on cadence and things like that. But if not, then we just have to work on it and just get past that, because that's just football. And then it's kind of cool to be able to play in the dome where weather isn't a factor. Playing in the Midwest and playing in Ohio and places like North Chicago and Penn State, but Penn State was nice this year, thank God. And but it's a lot of games that you play that are cold, so it's a good thing to be in the dome, be warm, and be able to sling it around a little bit if need be.
Is it different? Are you excited to play inside the first time?
Yeah, it's my first. I think it's my first NFL stadium I'm going to play in, so I'm really excited to kind of get that going and just feel the energy, feel the juice.
How much do you guys usually the other way around? You're just the favorite. You know, I think it's probably 3 or 4 times Ohio State was the underdog in the last 3 or 4 years. Do you guys feel like the underdog? Do you feel like nobody wants you to win?
I mean, that's not up for me to decide. I just have to go. I have a job, and my job isn't to set the scoreboard or to it's to go play. And I don't know if that answers your question or not, but I mean, honestly, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. So I mean, I can go out there and just play, and that's what I plan to do. So if people think that we're the underdog and that we're not going to win, whatever the case may be, I would say just stay on that side and stick on that side. So I definitely think that we're not here for no reason, and God wouldn't put anything on us if we couldn't handle it. So I'm just excited to go out there and play and have another opportunity.
Where's the belief that you guys have? Georgia's the overwhelming favorite to win the national championship. They haven't lost 15-game win streak. You see you smiling. What is the belief that you guys have that you can kind of slay Goliath?
Our belief is in ourselves, man. We, like you said, this isn't the first time we've been counted out, and it won't be the last. So I think we're pretty good at football too. So I definitely think that it's going to be a great battle. They have a hell of a team, like I said before. Offense does a great job of defense, special teams, well coached, and I think we can match up with that as well. So I'm excited to go against that and just have an opportunity to go out there and play.
Marvin, you know, he obviously has a famous stat and played at such a high level. How do you think, is there ever something talks about like how that's helped him, you know, kind of develop into the player he is?
Not really. I mean, him and his dad have a good relationship. I met his dad a couple of times, and he's a great dude, but he lets Marvin be Marvin. He's not overbearing. He doesn't, at least in my eye, in my perspective, I've never seen him do too much with Marv. He lets him go be Marv. And I think that's really special, and that's important as a player, that you have the confidence in the back of your parents, if they're a former football player or not. And I definitely think that his dad does that, and he's been really supportive of him. But Marvin works on his own. Marvin has a work ethic that he does on his own. So.
Has he done anything specific?
No, no. I mean, he's been great since his freshman season. So I mean, if that's practice, the game, whatever the case may be, he's been great. Yeah, he's been amazing, man. The things that he's been able to accomplish in his career, and I tip my hat off to him just because he's never took the answer no, and just kept fighting, kept clawing, kept scratching. And honestly, I look at myself in the same instance, because I wasn't always highly recruited. I didn't start getting a lot of big-time offers till my senior season, and I was kind of late for me. And so I can kind of compare my recruiting to his a little bit, even though his was even more extreme, because he went to Georgia, left, went to JUCO, came back on the squad. And so, I mean, he's a hell of a player, and I think he'll do great things in his career.
Did you know him before New York?
No, I did not.
CJ, how important is the legacy to you? I was sitting here thinking, Troy, you've got Justin, you've got Braxton, you've got all these guys, and pressure is, in a sense, pressure is on for you to hold that up, and you have. You think in those terms? How important is legacy to you?
I mean, that's a great question. I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that, because at the end of the day, I feel like I've done a lot of great things here at Ohio State, and I'll continue to do that. And I think that, I mean, I can't talk about legacy right now because the story's not over. And I don't think that I don't think that I'm here for no reason. I think that the story's already been written. I think God already knows what He wants to do in my life, and the world's plan is different than God's plan. My plan is different than His, because at the end of the day, He thinks better than us. He thinks greater than us. He thinks light years before we even think about how to tie our shoe. So I'm a firm believer in that. And my legacy isn't over here, so I'm going to just keep harping on that. So, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but
Fair to ask, what would it be at this moment?
nah, because my career is not over yet. So, I mean, I still have, God willing, 2 more games here. Go play Georgia right now and hopefully do as best as I can to win that game. And
What about the idea of continuing Ohio State because it was not a quarterback school at all for the last 100 years, and now it's kind of thought of as maybe not QBU, but it's getting there. Is that special to you? Does that mean something to you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I want to hold on a legacy that people like Braxton, Troy Smith, Dwayne, Terrell Pryor, Justin have left on, and I think I've done that. I don't think anybody can take that from me, or they think I've been playing bad football, or whatever the case may be. Okay, have I had moments? Yeah, but I think every player in their careers have moments of struggle and things like that. So, and I don't hide from that. Everybody in their life struggles. If that's being a doctor, if that's being in the military, whatever the case may be, if that's being a veterinarian, whatever it is, everybody struggles, and mine just shines a little brighter because I have a scoreboard. So, but at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be able to do what I do, and I think I've held that legacy up, and I think I'll continue to do that. So, and I don't think we're far off from QBU, honestly. You look at what we've done in college, the college atmosphere, Ohio State's done a lot of special things at quarterback position. So I definitely think that we're up there in the conversation, but that's up for the fans and people to decide. We just go play. So.
The way that Ohio State has used quarterbacks has sort of changed,